guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited. I've been waiting a while to finally get to film this video, and that's because I am testing out some new drugstore makeup. All of it is from L'Oreal. So they have this new foundation, which is the Infallible 24 Wear Foundation, and they also have a concealer to go with it, and I also have a new mascara and a new lip product. So I'm really excited. L'Oreal, I have seen L'Oreal kind of post about this and share the new products on Instagram, but I haven't been able to get my hands on it until now. So I'm really excited. I have not watched any reviews on any of these products because I wanted everything to be fully like my first impressions. I'm also going to be doing a wear test. I've got a lot of errands to run today, so I'm in the middle of getting ready, so I wanted to sit down and film this while I go and do those errands. Well, so make sure you guys subscribe before I get into everything. But without further ado, let's get into the new makeup. So I'm going to be using the foundation two different ways like I always do when I'm trying out a new foundation. One is with the sponge, and I'm going to be using my Sonia Kashuk sponge, and then the other one is with my Kabuki brushes. Now I wasn't really sure what shade to get because I am slightly self-tanned right now, so I did get the shade 445. And just so you guys know, this is supposed to be a breathable formula. It's supposed to be really pretty lightweight. It's supposed to be 24-hour wear, and it's supposed to have buildable coverage. And so I don't really know much about it because I didn't want to go too far into reviews or watch any other videos on it, which there haven't been very much on, which I'm surprised about. So it does have a little pump like this. This is what it looks like. It does have a nice glass bottle, and I'm just gonna go and put some right on the back of my hand and just apply it. Now hopefully I did get the right shade. We'll have to make up for it if not. So here is 2 pumps. It is quite liquidy, which usually is a pretty good sign of it being fairly breathable, but again, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I'm going to go in with the sponge first. I'm going to do that on the right side of my face. Oh yeah, that's a good color. So far it is going on really nicely. It's blending, put it down my neck here, blending really easily, and it's pretty darn full coverage. I've been so stressed out the past couple months. I have been breaking out. Like, that's my big thing. When I get stressed, I break out on my face, and so I have like a few unfortunate leftover acne scars that I'm working on getting rid of now. But this like covered them up, no problem, no questions asked, just with like in 2 taps gone. So that's pretty great. I'm loving that. It's not really like a matte finish, but it's definitely kind of a satiny finish. I wouldn't even go with necessarily natural or dewy. Looks really pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my brush and just go ahead and try that route on my left. I did sponge soaked up a little extra product because it is so liquidy, so I'm just going with one more pump here. Go on my brush. Okay, so now that the foundation is on, I'm noticing that it was hard with that brush to get it the way I want it to around my nose. So I'm just going to go back in with this sponge around my nose here. Sorry for my sniffling. Allergies are bad, and as I'm pushing on my nose, you know, loosening junk up. So sorry about that. But overall, it looks pretty good. I think I'm going to have to go back in with this sponge. It went on more smoothly with that sponge, honestly, than the brush. I'm noticing it's just a little bit of lighter spots here on my, like right on this part of my chin. It did still cover up a lot of the acne scars, but not as much on here. But for me, I always tend to get more full coverage using the sponge than I do with the brush, and it's just a little bit more even. I typically use a sponge anyway for my natural routine, but overall it looks really pretty flawless on my skin. There's not any patchiness. It's not grabbing into my fine lines. It's not looking cakey around my nose, especially on this side where I did get a little bit more full coverage. And I'm just going to kind of fill in on this side some of the areas where it didn't get as full of a coverage. But this looks really good. Oh my gosh. Okay, first impressions, amazing on it, just right off the bat, amazing. Although I'm having troubles with my nose, like but that's not unusual for me. So now I'm gonna go in with the concealer to see how they blend together. I did get the shade 360 Cashmere. Again, this says it's a full wear. Again, don't know much about the product. You do get 0.33 ounces. In the foundation, you do get 1 fluid ounce, so that's pretty standard as far as that. Oh, I like this. This has quite the big applicator on it, which makes it super easy to just kind of get a little bit here and a little bit there. Grabs a lot of product, so you don't need to like constantly go back and forth. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to blend it out, half of it with the sponge, the other part with the brush. Even though I kind of went over the foundation with the brush, I still want to see how the concealer works. So the concealer's pretty full coverage. It's not blending quite as easily as the foundation did, but it's still looking pretty nice on my skin. It's settling a little bit into the lines, but nothing like crazy. I do feel like you have to blend it out fairly quickly though, because it's drying down. I totally said that I was gonna blend half that out with a brush and I didn't, so I'm gonna just do that rest of it with the brush. Sorry. Okay, so the concealer's on. I haven't set it with powder or anything yet. I'm going to zoom you guys on Insta so you can get a little bit better view of it right now before I add anything on top of it. Okay, so we are nice and zoomed in. So far around like my cheeks and the rest of my face, except for my nose, it's looking really good. When I first went in with the sponge to blend out the concealer though, on my forehead, I think it started grabbing some of the foundation. I can't really tell now because it looks great now, but it started grabbing, I think, some of the foundation. So I'm a little bit nervous on how that's gonna wear throughout the day. I can see it's already breaking up a little bit, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. So I'm actually gonna go through with my sponge and just kind of try to smooth that out as much as possible. Yeah, see, look, now it's grabbing the foundation where the concealer foundation, and it's looking worse. I'm thinking that the concealer with the foundation probably not gonna work out so great. Yeah, because it's already breaking out. I really like the foundation, but I don't know about the foundation with the concealer. But I'm gonna go ahead and set this. I don't have any new powders to set this with, and I'm gonna do the rest of my face because, again, don't have any new products for that. So I will be right back with the next new product, and I'll let you know how everything kind of blended. Okay, so the rest of the makeup on my face is on. Everything went on pretty darn easily, blended really pretty smoothly. It's looking good, you guys. The only area of concern is around my nose. That bad. I'm actually super impressed with this foundation right now. I mean, granted, it's only been on for a brief period, but happy with it thus far. So I'm going to move on to the next product, and that is one of their new mascaras. The one I'm going to be trying is the Unlimited Length and Lift mascara. It says it's up to 24-hour wear, lash lifting, has a bendable wand, so that's kind of cool, but it doesn't say if it's supposed to be volumizing or anything like that. It just says our first lash lifting mascara for unlimited length and unlimited height. This is the packaging tool for like drugstore mascara. This is pretty darn like cool, sleek packaging. Like it's like legit. It's not some of that like plastic. It's not encased in plastic like that used to be, you know, when you had to like try to peel it off like toothbrushes are. So this is really cool. This is the packaging. It's a little bulky, so that's, you know, I will give it that, but overall it's really pretty interesting. Okay, so this is the wand right here. I'm not sure how you bend it though. Oh, okay. So you have to twist this little thing around and then you can bend it like this, but if you don't want to and you can lock it, it goes like that. So that's really pretty interesting. So let's try it straight first. You know what I mean. It's actually pretty short wand, so once you get past the handle, this part is actually really pretty short. Wow. Okay, that's a noticeable difference. Yeah, for sure. Can you see this? Like, is it picking up okay on camera? That's amazing. It almost looks like I have false lashes on, and I don't. So If you want kind of that almost false lash effect, but maybe not, sorry, I got a little down there, my lower lash line, but almost maybe like not quite as dramatic, this is really good. I will say I tried to build it up a little bit just to kind of test it out and see. If you want more than like 1.5 coats of it, it's gonna get clumpy, but for the most part it looks really good, and it's definitely lengthening. My eyelashes look like they're there, they're saying hello, catching your eye. So now I'm gonna go in with the last product that I have to share with you guys, and that is one of their new lip products, and this is just, I don't know the actual name of it. It's their L'Oreal. I have the shade 414, which is called I Rule. The packaging is really super cute. It's very sleek, it's very simple. Like this is all as an almond, just says L'Oreal right here. Okay, so I'm seriously having like a terrible hair day, so just ignore that because the face is actually looking really pretty good as far as like the rest of the makeup and everything goes. The lipstick did dry down fairly quickly, and it did get more opaque as it dried down, so it wasn't quite as a sheer as I was afraid it was. So it really only took like one layer. I didn't even go in and try to build it up or anything like that. So this is first impressions. Yes on the foundation, heck yes on the foundation, heck yes on the mascara. Like, oh my god, yes. Like if you had to get any of this, the mascara, do it, trust me, yes. The liquid lipstick I'm liking so far. It does feel very lightweight. It did dry down matte, and it did dry down, and it's not, I mean, it's transferring a little bit, but I think it's still not quite dry, but not a lot. Like it wasn't, not like a regular lipstick, and it does feel very, concealer is probably my least favorite out of all of them, just because at least with this foundation, I'll probably end up trying this in the future with different foundations to see if it still makes the foundation move. Okay guys, so it is about 4:30, so it's been a little over 5 hours that I've had all of the makeup on so far. The color is still a little bit there around like the edges of my mouth because I did have lunch like 2 hours or so ago, and that did wear most of the color off, but the color did last on the lips up until that point. Still loving the mascara, absolutely, but honestly what's super shocking is this foundation. It has not like worn away at all. Like I haven't touched up, I have not blotted, I have not put more powder on. It's settled a little bit into the fine lines around my mouth, just a little bit though. It's not like crazy creasy. It did break up a little bit more around my nose, but actually it's less than what I thought it would. 5 hours in, we're going pretty strong here. It's not even worn around my mouth where after eating, or sometimes, you know, when you eat and you wipe your mouth or whatever, it wears away from the edges or like around your nose. So far, so good. I'm gonna keep it on for a little while longer, a few more hours just to see. I mean, it is a 24-hour wear. I am not staying up for 24 hours, but I will try to keep it on for a ways longer just to kind of see how it goes throughout the day, because right now we're only a little over 5, and I mean, most people wear it for at least 8 to 9 hours during the day when they go to work, so I'm gonna try to keep it on at least that long. So I will be checking in with you guys shortly, but so far everything is looking really good. Okay guys, so it is about 8:20 at night, and so I've had this makeup on at this point just right around 9 hours, maybe a hair over, but we'll just say 9 hours. And I'm getting ready to go get cleaned up, take my makeup off, relax, put some PJs on. So before I did that, obviously I wanted to check in with you guys for a final check-in on the full makeup, the foundation wear test, the concealer, the mascara, the lips. The lips, I have had to put chapstick on several times at this point because my lips are so dry. And honestly, the tint is still there. Like you can see the tint through the camera. Like if you look at my lips, there it left a little bit of that, of like a stain. The mascara, let's be honest, I'm in love with it. Just the concealer, you know what? The concealer and the foundation, they look about the same all these hours later, which, I mean, I guess is a good thing considering I've had it on for 9 hours or so. Again, settling in the fine lines a little bit more. It's wearing away a little bit more as I had another meal for dinner. And again, really starting to wear away around my nose, really starting to wear away. But overall, everything looks really good other than around my nose and around my mouth. I mean, overall, super happy with everything. Way to go, L'Oreal, and way to go drugstores in general. Like, the products that they're coming up with have been a lot better than they have been in the past. So really impressed with everything. I think the only one that I was like, maybe less go-to is the concealer, but again, I will try using that with a different foundation in the future just to see like if it still picks up and moves or creases as much. I'm a little curious on the concealer. I think going forward, I'm just going to try it solely using the sponge though, because I think that's going to help control a lot of the breaking up, because I'm not sure how much you guys can see on camera. I'm looking kind of in the viewfinder here to see, and yeah, it's like a lot worn away around my nose. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed using these products, all of them, some more than others, but I really enjoyed using all of them. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. But let me know what you think in the comment section if you tried any of these products, or if you are going to try any of these products. Just curious. Again, make sure you guys subscribe. But until I can get any more videos out for you guys, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.